Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's Niob here, and today I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks with you guys on how to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Alright, so before we get into the tips, here's a little background on Mount Kilimanjaro. It is located in Tanzania, which is in East Africa. It is the highest point in all of Africa and also known as the Roof of Africa. It is also the tallest freestanding mountain in the entire world, meaning that it's not part of a mountain range, such as like Mount Everest. It stands at 19,341 feet and 5,895 meters. Alright, so tip number 1. The first tip I have for you guys is to train. It's very important to train before you attempt your climb. Some of the things that I did when I was training was a lot of running, swimming, going up and down the stairs a lot really helps strengthen your knees because you're really going to need to have strong knees when you're going up the mountain as well as when coming down. Another thing that I did that was really helpful was camping during the winter time. It gets very, very cold up there, and it's important to get used to those freezing temperatures and learning how to keep yourself warm when you're in that situation, especially when you're at the point where you can't go inside your house and like grab an extra blanket. You have to learn how to work with what you have. So I would highly recommend learning how to adjust in cold temperatures. Alright, tip number 2, always be prepared. In terms of clothing, make sure you have a lot of clothes, a lot of warm layers that you can keep putting on, because obviously the higher you go, the more cold it's going to be, and it's very, very important to stay warm. I would highly, highly recommend to have a lot of pairs of socks, and at one point, like, I was even wearing 2 to 3 pairs at a time because it's very important to keep your toes very warm. Otherwise, you could potentially get frostbite, and it's just going to be very painful. Luckily, I did not, but I would definitely have a lot of socks and also hand warmers. Hand warmers really helped me, even though I had like 2 to 3 layers of gloves on. The hand warmers really helped me. Tip number 3, make sure you eat. The higher you go, it's going to get really tough, and you're going to not feel very hungry, and you're going to experience like loss of appetite basically. And but it's very, very important that you keep your body energized, and even if you don't feel like eating, it's very important for you to eat. It was very, very difficult for me to do that, and I even threw up a few times, but I cannot emphasize it even more. It's very, very important for you to eat and drink water. Otherwise, you're just going to feel very weak and nauseous, and you're just going to have no energy left. And even if you don't feel like it, just eat something, like just even eat a little bit, because you're going to not want to feel like eating at all, which is really, really bad. So yeah, eat. Tip number 4, pole pole, which means slowly, slowly. This is something that you'll hear very often when you're climbing up. You'll hear the guides say other climbers, and it's something important to keep in your mind. You don't want to go too fast, otherwise you're going to burn a lot of energy, and just keep going slowly. Take it one step at a time. It's going to be very long and hard and honestly boring at sometimes, but you just got to keep going, like slowly, slowly. Take one step at a time, and that really helped me because it was just very exhausting, but it helped it's a nice little mantra to keep something in your mind, just to tell you to keep. Tip number 5. This is probably one of the most important things that you'll have to keep in mind when climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. It's very important that you do not stop. It's going to get very hard and difficult when you're making that final ascent from Kibo Hut to the summit. And it's going to be freezing temperatures. There's going to be not enough oxygen, and you're going to feel very cold and tired. So it's very, very important that you don't stop. You're going to feel like you want to take a break, but if you do, it's going to be very, very difficult to get back up. I know at one point when I was on my final ascent, I just stopped and I sat on this rock, and I fell asleep, and that could be very dangerous. But luckily I had my guide with me who helped me get up, even though it was very difficult. So always remember, don't stop. Even if you're going super slow, as long as you're moving, that's good. So don't stop. Before you guys go, here are some pictures of my experience when I was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Alright guys, that's it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope these tips help you if you ever decide to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you ever have any suggestions or recommendations, just go ahead and shoot us an email. Next week, you'll see Naisha on August 29th. Bye!